try now. Hey-oh. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Now I can mute myself. Okay, we're just gonna go into Roblox. I know. It's about nothing. Yeah. Alright, what's breaking point? I got a granola bar. What was that? Fight. Oh. What is this game? Where the heck was the music coming from? Weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I should not be that as funny as I did. Shoot. Oh, what have you been doing? I was just trying to have semi-matching outfits. Can I see what she's recently played? Does it have to be her favorites? God, she plays a lot of roleplay games, and I don't. Cast quest restricted. Swordburst 2. I don't even know if that game is still active. I don't even know if I remember how to play that game very well, to be fair. Don't like that game very much. Know that much. That looks like it suspiciously doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of different game. It's not on this list. Oh, there's a second page. Had to have that on there, Adrian. Swordburst is basically a dead version of it's the original Swordburst Online. Pretty sure this one is basically dead too. Let's look at it. It used to be really popular, but stuff kind of changed. It's been several years. I think I was in like middle school, high school probably more like for this one. Okay. Alright, come on, man. Bring it. Cool. Do I have any orders? Do I even remember? How did I get... Okay. No, I'm not trading. Okay, there's that. Oh. Okay. Let's see what's in Transylvania. I honestly can't tell you the last time I played this game. Roblox is one of those games that I was playing for a long time and then I basically stopped playing entirely. Alright. Let's just switch to this. Oh, never mind, it won't. Okay, we're good. As I said. Can I make this bigger? You know what would be great? If you could, like, move the overlay up over things. Okay. Dude, you know you can't kill anybody if they're in this set, right? Like, I may not be no expert or nothing, but I know that much, okay? I don't know, remember if... Oh god, that's not the right set. Okay, wait, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Oh shit, it's getting worse. Okay, well, this isn't going very well. I didn't mean to grab 3 of them right off the bat, but we're going up here? Can they still kill me if I'm up here? I don't even remember. Wait, that's not what I wanted. I'm too low level for this. It's not working. Oh, I don't have anything. Oh shit, come on, man. I died. I deserved it. I brought 3 of these guys over here. And I couldn't even remember how to kill anything. So it's like, did you even need to do that, man? No. Cool, we did that. Yeah. Yeah. Look. Alright, let's just go down a place. I think the last time that place that I went to was, not the Rock. Adrian, she got me through this one. Yeah. Okay. Right control. Oh, shift. Heal. Set hotkey. Make that Q. No. One. Oh, that's cool. That's new. Can I change my hotkeys on these then? Wait. E. Let's make you one. Let's make you. You should be 2. You should be more like 4. And you should be 3. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It might not be. We're gonna test it! Oh shit. Okay, 1. Do something! Oh, I pressed Q. I didn't mean to! Come on. What? We did it. Alright, well, we should probably give ourselves a little bit of time. Oh, this game is a lot less popular now. So I'll say that much. Oh, I'm in a party with my brother. That tells me a lot. I don't play with people. Okay, come on. Go! Amber, stop being useless. 2. Get him. Oh, that's really easy. That's a lot easier than the other one. Why are they so much easier? I guess I already had to get... Oh, hi. Never mind. You're coming to me either way. I was voluntold to battle you. Okay, you guys are really easy, but not very, like, experience-packed. The heck is that? Oh, there's a spider, too. Come here, Mr. Eyeball. I don't like the spider. Is the spider coming to me anyways? I didn't request for that. Can you stay in your lane? Thank you. Alright, why are these people attacking a tree? They might... I think they're actually attacking each other. You know what? We're just gonna steer clear of people who are attacking each other. Alright. Let's look for that spider. Mr. Spider! Spider! Okay. Come on, man. I guess I did something. Oh wait, does this have stairs? No, it's like a gravestone. Okay. So where should I go? Can I run through the lava? Excuse me? Thank you. Let's say, the heck thinks you think you can walk away from me? I'm already mildly bored. Remembering how many hours I poured into this game in an attempt to beat my sister. She starts always in front of me, and then I have to try to do whatever I can to get to the same level as her. And so... Are those just a bunch of players? Okay. So why does it look like they're stick people, but then if you move a different angle, they look like trees? You see what I mean up there, right? I'm going for him. Mr. Eyeball! How did I get to level 78? This is like... barely got 1,000 XP in the past, I have no idea how long this has been. However long it's been, I've gotten barely 1,000 XP. Come here, Mr. Tree. Come here! I can maybe take you. We'll find out. Oh shit, you have a lot better hit than the other guys. Ah! Okay, I'm running away. Give me a second to get some health. Oh, you don't run very far either. Look at you. Look at you! Alright, we can do it! Ah! Oh shit, 3. Thank you. I believe that I can kill you. Oh shit. Maybe not like that. 3. 1. So close. Did it! Yes! And that barely got me anything. Okay. Oh, someone said that they just came back from F7 to farm, so, common ones only drop in the minibuses, right? How much is coffin worth? I think that's the armor that I have. Inventory. What's your name? Oh, no, I don't. I just have a shield. I have a common shield. I don't even have a good shield. What? I swear Adrian did a lot of work to get this shield. I don't even know if it's worth farming on, this one. What's your name, man? What's your name, Mr. Treeman? Ends. Just look, 10 seconds. Ends. Sword. Burst 2. Okay, the Ent is a mob found on a rock. It drops Oculus, Shatter, Thorn, and Slayer's Blade. Strategy, there's an Ent spawn. Get off my screen. There are trees in a corner to the left of the entrance of the rock. Dungeon tower. Climb one of those trees and attack the Ent from there. The Ent is extremely tall, giving you the advantage to attack it. Since its hitbox doesn't reach its head, you can safely kill it without taking any damage. Oh. Come on. Clever. So what's Oculus? It's a sword. Rare. Shatter Thorn. Cool. Damn. Alright. Get off my screen. I don't have the, like, all of them are there, so I don't think that's... Fuck. I can't take it with the spider at the same time. Spiders... Okay, I'm just gonna go after the spider over here. Mr. Spider! Mr. Spider! I can take the spiders easily enough. It's too bad that's not everything. I wonder if it'd be worth farming on F7. If I remember right, their boss room was like cold and for a good place. But it's been a while, so I might also be thinking of the wrong thing. What are those? What the hell is that? It looks like it came out of Pokemon. Come here. Just keep going. Just keep going. I believe in you. You're still easier to kill than the Ents. By a lot, Mr. Fiery Pokemon, dude. Come here. Come here. I didn't say you could walk away from me. Get the fuck over here. Talk. Come on. Oh. This is slow. This is like... Oh, god damn you. Hi. Hola. ¿Cómo está? ¿Están? No, están would be wrong. Estás. It's, you're talking, well, it's like, how are you? So yeah, it'd be estás, I believe. Oh, hey. Oh, that's not a good start. Oh, that is really not a good start. Yay. Come on. Come on. Keep it moving. Oh, yeah, that's easy once you keep it moving. If you can keep it moving. Get his tails. Get his body. Get his underside. Go. Yes. You could trade ICS for Coffin. Coffin worth like... one. Coffin is so easy. It cannot be many to get. I have no idea what Coffin is. I haven't played this game in enough time, in such a long time, that if I did know, I forgot. And I don't think when I was playing, I was really on this map. Hey man, Mr. Ent, can I get you to come to this tree over here? Are you interested in attacking a tree for 200? Oh, that didn't work. Never mind, I can't even climb the tree. It's not even a real tree! I just want a tree. Are you the mini boss by chance? What's the mini boss? Okay, give me a second. Mini boss. The rock. Sword first. Shoot. The mini boss. Yeah, but like, what's the mini boss? Oh shit, it doesn't matter! We have attracted the very thing that we were just talking about. Shit. Don't get its jaws, get its tail! Keep moving. Go, damn it, 3. Got it. Okay, move off to the side a little bit further, Amber. What's down there? Oh, hi, Mr. Spiders. You think you can hide down there? I see you. Shit, you might actually kill me this time. Fuck, 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 fuck. No, no, no! Gosh, why am I so itchy? Come on, climb up the mountain. Climb up better. Climb. Like your life depends on it, because it kind of does. Wow, I can climb on air. I'm so skilled, man. I've got nothing better. Okay, back to the question. That's not what I was looking for. Go away. You're not. So, like, what's the mini boss? Negative 30 seconds. Oh, that has to be the mini boss. Undead Berserker. Where can I find you? In the Lair of Doom, the Burning Abyss, Twilight Cathedral. Those are other lands. S'mores, the Flaming Sea. The mob can be found compared to an undead warrior deficit. But where is he? He is the Ghost Rider, except okay. I'm looking for, like, where he's at. In the dungeons, okay. In the dungeon. You know, if I can take Mr. Dinosaur, I can totally take that. See, why not? Okay. Now, where was the... How did I get to the dungeon again? I think I gotta go on that thing. Oh, hi, Mr. Dinosaur. You think that you can just hide from me? Dude, this is perfect. You can barely do any damage to me in comparison. Yeah, that was easy. Oh, okay. Did you get coffin on this floor? Is that why there are people on this one? I think they left because they... Dude, come on. Dude! Can you stay still? Oh, cool. Nice. Okay, let's try to get into there. Where there's blue lights. Purple lights. Purple! Looks suspiciously like a dungeon. Potentially. I don't know. Well, we got a lot of Vel up that last one. What's the point of the Vel again? Okay. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that was cool. Alright, that wasn't worth it, but it was cool. Okay, let's go to a different floor. I think I've had enough of this floor. Alright. They said they were farming in F7, but I think I'm gonna go to F8. Might just be me, but this looks completely different than anything I remember. Come here. Come here, you mantis. Wait, if this... okay. Maybe I should go back to, like, floor 2 and just... let's go to floor 1 and see if, like, it is different. Because if that's different, then that means it's probably everything. And if I can still find my way through the maze there, then it probably hasn't changed. Then, yeah. Logic. I mean, this looks different. This looks really different. Come here. Nope, wait. I went to the wrong F1. I didn't say I was a smart being. I said I was trying to find out what's changed. Arcadia! No. Never. Never. Come here. Okay. Whoa. Come here. Well, that was easy. So if you're wondering, player killing is a thing in this game. It's very easy to do. I think you have to be over level 5, though, in order to get player killed. And my goal is not to player kill, but if you're wondering. My goal is to figure out if I can still find where the dungeon is, and if I can still find my way through the dungeon. I think that might be the dungeon. You're good, man. I'm getting out of your way. You go for that wolf. It's gonna do like nothing for me. Hey, Mr. Wolfie, 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 come here. Fucking stay still. I said I wanted to kill you. That means you have to stay still. Hi, bear. What is their XP? I'm like, hit bad. Although I'm getting nothing inside of this, like, doesn't it tell you when you get something? Is that, am I really unlucky or something? Yeah, I've literally got nothing else. Okay. Maybe it's my, I don't know. Maybe it's because of when I stopped playing. I don't know. Yeah, this looks like one of the bosses. Come here. Okay, this is easy. I could do this for a while. Wow. Come here. Come here. I feel like I'm going the right way and everything. Wait, wait, wait. Come here. Come here. It does almost nothing. Can I still get... oh my gosh. I did. That was easy. I went the right way. Oh, boss run. Oh, but it's inhabited. They think I can't tell, but I can. What if they're better than me? Honestly, there are probably a lot of people who are better than me that are playing this game. It's been around for a long time. When was this game made? Doesn't it say? About 2017. Yep. But it was last updated in 2020 too, right? When? Wow, it was last updated in last month. Okay, yeah, this might be different. Hola, ¿cómo están? Heyo. Hello. Nice cape. I just want to fight a boss. We don't have to fight. I don't even know what level you are, but you got an aura, so that's something. I have an aura, but I chose not to wear it. See, put on my aura. It's less cool. It's a lot more common. See, I got a body aura. I used to have sword auras, but my brother bought them off of me. Like, not with money, in game. Cranberry juice. I need ice. Oh wait, is it here? Oh yeah, it is. Cool. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to take too much because that guy's a lower level. well, don't worry, I'll carry. Hey, was that you? No, that was someone else. Alright, well, you guys enjoy this. I'm going away. We're going to the next floor to see if I can find my way through that one. Maybe they just changed the general look of things and not really anything else, because that's what it's... excuse me. Looking like. That's my bird, by the way, in case you were wondering. Hi, Mr. Shinobi. They added music. Well, maybe... Never mind, they probably didn't add music. I'm registering again that I never play games with music, well, especially Roblox games with the music on. I turn off the volume. So, if they did have music, I didn't know. I turned it on because I felt like that'd be more appropriate. But you know what, maybe we'll, I don't like doubt. I don't know. We'll find out eventually if this was a good idea. Rar! Yo! Hey! You! Yeah, you! Come here! You! Mr. Leafy! Go! Wow, that's just... Oh, it's just literally still there. Okay, that was easy. I imagine I can't find the mini-boss for Oh, well, remember right, the mini-boss is actually in there for once in this one. Maybe, what am I thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking of the original one, where there's an icy floor. I think I am. Like, I wonder if I can still play the original game. Because I like the original better, but there was places like 4 or 5 on the original one. When you were actually, like, ready to go to 4 or 5, it was not easy. But that was a different time period also. In that time period... when that was the common way of dealing with things, a lot of people would player kill on 4 or 5. So you'd walk in and you'd immediately get killed. So it didn't matter if you were ready for it. You were walking into a death trap. I think this guy thinks that I know where I'm going. I don't. I kind of do. Better phrasing. I don't remember. I'm going off of, like, maybe it's this way. I don't have any weapons. I don't know why, but I haven't gotten any weapons yet. And I think I should, because... I hate to break it to you, man, but I'm not sharing my kills with you. No, this isn't the boss. This has to be the mini-boss. I'm not trading with no one! Spencer. Nice mask. Wow, a lot of people have the mask. Damn, am I not cool? I don't have the mask. He's not cool either, so it's okay. At least I'm not alone. Whee! Y'all thought I was gonna leave it. I'm not. I think this is the mini-boss. I'm almost certain that this is the mini-boss. Maybe there's something in the settings. Yeah, it's like 50% regen. I mean, dude. Full screen. Performance stats. Anyway. Resume. What if I did it? Oh wait, you're Doctor Who! I love you! Oh, I'm a major Doctor Who fan. But I kind of stopped watching when the new Doctor came on, like... She just wasn't my cup of tea. And I considered coming back to her. Oh yeah, this is definitely the mini-boss. Wah! But yeah, no, why am I just getting Val? Wait, give me that shit! Ah! Bitch. Not really. Trade me ore for all my gear. Even my shield. I have 40% health regen. All for one aura. Only one. I would rather give my soul than give you my aura. That's not true, but I like aura. It was really cool looking. Come here. Alright, so I'm on the mini boss. That's not the boss. I'm like 100% certain that that's not the boss. You just gonna stay up there, Mr. Wasp? So my instincts led me a little wrong, but now I can leave those dweebs alone. Ooh, that might just be the door. What did you find? The door. I don't know. I think that is the door. Let's go through the door. Yay! We went full circle. Okay, back in the year. Wanna go grind the boss? Okay, once I'm level 50. Dude, I'm a level 78. Where have you been? What is the normal level to be on this floor? I don't even remember. Adrian and I, we were the people that played Sword Burst. Grinded the hell out of Sword Burst. I spent a good 2 days straight, because she was a level 10 when I started. Just to get to level 10, just so I could beat her in the game. I was determined! I had to. If I didn't, I wasn't good enough. This maze used to be a maze. Why is this not a maze? My sword is now aesthetic. Wait, I forgot. Oh, this is boring. That's not really a maze. I swear that used to be a maze. Or maybe this is like... No, that can't be the boss. That can't be the boss. Is that the boss? Let me just kill myself. I can't even kill myself. Alright. Oh, this is the one that I was thinking of. We're getting places. So but sure. The avalanche. Oh, I hate everything about this one. Why does this music? Yeah, that doesn't taste good. Come here. Come here. Stupid. Come here and face me like a man. What's with all of the fences? Bam. Bam. Oh. Did I not kill you? I did. Okay. Come on! I don't want to be a part of your party. I'm too cool for you. Maybe. I don't know. Tasha. Tashan. Tashana! Come on. The music changed? Are you serious? No, it just repeated. It started over. What's going on down here? Cool. I feel so cool. I'm a Libra. No. I was born in March. I'm not a Libra. Not that easily. They don't change very much. It might just be the aesthetics. Come here. Come here, angry snowman. If you think you are angry, you have not met me. Why am I literally just gaining Vel? Seriously. I've been grinding for like 30 minutes and I haven't gained anything but Vel. Is it just me? Okay, this song sucks. I have really shitty crackers. They don't have any salt on them. Oh, that was awful. I might just throw this out. They taste a bit stale. I think I got them from my grandma. Or maybe I bought them and I just forgot that they existed. I don't know. I thought that they were newer than they are, but that's stale as all hell. Definitely not new. Excuse me. Yes, I know, my burp sounds very unusual, but that is my burp. Up, 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 up. I don't speak in high-pitched voices usually. Oh my gosh. Why are there so many stairs? I don't remember this many stairs in the draft. Dude, who does that? Whoa. Alright, that looks more than a little different. There's a bridge. So let's do that first. Hi! Hello! How are you? Bang, bang, bang. That leads somewhere else. Look at that, I'm learning things. I don't think this is where the boss is, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It's been a while. I just go in the game. That's it. I came to game. I play game. I want to jump down there and get all of those guys. But no, this is the way to the boss. You can tell because that guy's there. Look at his aura. Look at how fucking fancy his aura is. My body aura. Wow, you guys really stink at this. I may not be getting the most vel, but I feel like I'm getting more experience this way. Like, I was barely hit 1,000 experience last time. Now I'm closer to, like, 6. You look really cool. I like the fact that you guys match completely. How'd you do that? How'd you do that? And then there's this guy. Us with our auras. This guy. I'm here! Okay. So on a light, way less lighter note, I feel like I need to take 10 seconds here. So, I work at Wendy's, I know. Super cool. Not really. And my coworker and I feel like we haven't had much of an issue, ever. When he decided he wanted to work in the mornings, I was really disappointed, you know, because I really like working with him. But, I don't spend a lot of actual time with him, I'm learning. Like, as a coworker, I mean, I don't talk to people outside of work. So, because I work at the back window and he's usually in the grillish area, we don't spend a lot of time talking to each other. And for the very first time today, well, not the very first time, better phrasing, I've heard him say a lot of comments that I'm not okay with. He's white. I know that sounds like why am I genderizing this, but, sorry, whatever. Why am I racing this, but he uses the N-word a lot. And I don't think that anybody should be using the N-word. That's me. I'm Native American, so I definitely don't feel like I'm allowed to use that word. And I figure that he probably gets that because he hangs out around a lot of people of color. And he also listens to primarily rap music. Well, trap music, better phrasing. Rap's thing of the past. Why would he use trap music? Rap music. But, doesn't matter. And today, like, his friend, he has a friend that used to work there. He got fired for basically being sexist and also trying to take advantage of a female coworker in a position. At one point, it wasn't like he didn't, he took advantage of a moment in order to get a hold of her hoo-haws, with that phrasing. So he got fired for that. There was a bunch of other things that led up to it, but that was the final straw, essentially. And so today is the very first time, and since that guy's been gone, that I noticed there's a couple of remarks from him that weren't so appropriate, better phrasing. One of the things that was a little bizarre was that, so we're at work, and I'm in the back window, and I start to hear an argument about how you do not need to have a college education in order to be a doctor. Going to be upfront here, I don't believe in that. That was what he was saying. And I hear Alexis, my other coworker, going, dude, you definitely do. And he's, but think back, the very first person who did the surgery, the very first person, he didn't have a degree. And I was like, yeah, but how many people have died as a result of miseducation, of not knowing anything? Like, the fact, the educational program was kind of created to avoid having that happen. And he's very adamant. He doesn't think that you need a degree in order to do any job. Any job. He thinks that that's why banks won't give you a loan for school because they don't think you'll be able to pay it back. And I was like, I don't give any amount of if a bank will give you a loan or not for education. It doesn't matter. If I need to go to surgery, I'm not going to you who work at Wendy's to do my surgery unless you have the education and like a place that is appropriately equipped for it to do the surgery. And you know what I mean by appropriately equipped. I mean, like, it has to be sterile. It has to have every single tool that you'll need. It has to be well laid out. You have to have the drugs that you will need in order to perform the surgery without risk of an infection. There's a lot that you should be having, and I definitely think you should have the education that is required in order to do the surgery on me. But he doesn't think you do. And I mean, as a person who wants to go in education, I was also like, I don't think that the person who's teaching you should be teaching you without an education. Think about how many people are already getting miseducated as a result of misunderstanding of the education. Things as simple as, like, alright, here's an example. My sister, so when things like this, my sister used to be in a school, and her teacher was adamant that the United States was always #1. Doesn't matter. World War II, any atrocities, no, it was somebody else's fault. So, I'm gonna be upfront with you. We've done some good things, but we've done some bad things. The problem that she had with her teachers, that she was adamant. Doesn't matter what your opinion is. Doesn't matter what you bring to the table. The United States is right. That's not how that works, and it's very severe miseducation to be telling people that that's the only way to think. It's how we get people who go around saying America without understanding 10 seconds about what we're doing, about what the political decisions are, about anything related to do with politics. Most Americans can barely tell you how the process of laws are created, everybody will just blame the president for everything. That's miseducation. Now, I'm one of, like, my sister didn't get the same education that I did. We didn't go through the same courses. We did have some of the same schools, but not, we were a year apart. And so it doesn't sound like there would be a lot different, but I got one teacher when I was in 5th grade that basically changed the way that I would think about education forever. I had like a teacher in 3rd grade that made me severely doubt what I wanted to do. Like, severely doubt just about everything, basically. She made me, being the extremely bullheaded person that I am, she made me feel more adamant about trying to do her job better than her. But, she made me feel like I was stupid and useless and worthless because I thought different than she did. And so when my sister came around telling me about her teacher's lack of consideration of any other opinion or basically any fact that would go against it, and yeah, I do mean there are facts that go against the thought that the United States is the best country in the world. I know, how shocking. But we're not that great. We're not even a little great. I mean, we've got some good aspects, but that does not make us worth shit. That's being polite about it. So, either way, teachers like those that made my sister more jaded and less caring about her education, where I was wanting to do whatever I could to bring something different. And like I said, it's all because of, I blame one teacher for my entire, like, I blame my 3rd grade teacher for making me feel like I could be more than what she perceived me to be. I blame my 5th grade teacher for making me feel like I was special. Like, I wasn't, like, and I won't say special, like, when I say that word special, I know it means, like, be better phrasing. Not like I was special as in better than anybody else, more like I could actually do something with my life other than just work 3 jobs, have kids and not know how to deal with them, and end up giving them away because I couldn't afford them. Like, my parents didn't have any aspirations for me. They didn't have any aspirations for my brother. I feel like I just didn't. My grandpa, we lived with my grandpa, my cousin, and my aunts, cousins and my aunts in the same house for several years, like, my stepdad, which I thought was my actual dad. We didn't have, like, I didn't think that there was any chance that I would do anything, really, like, so, you know, one teacher really changed a lot in what I would be doing with my life, and really directing where I wanted to go with my life, where my sisters just tried to pass school without really thinking much else of it. I just wanted to do, I want to do for someone else what that teacher did for me. Just give me direction and make me feel like there's more to life than just what the person before you did. So when he starts going off about how education isn't necessary in order to do any job, it makes me feel a little bit pissed off, because I don't want people to go into schools and have the same perception that my brother and my sister had, where Adrian felt like she didn't really need to, like, it didn't matter, or Josh felt like he could do everything and then some. I mean, my brother was in special education courses. He has ADD, he struggles, and he felt like, you know, he'd have, like, spend hours, sometimes days on an assignment and still get raked through the coals on it, and it just wasn't worth the effort to try to get better, when some teachers, one couple of his teachers wouldn't even try to understand where he was coming from. I think that the idea that you don't need an education in order to do other jobs is quite silly. I think that it is more necessary in order to do some jobs. Imagine if your person who's educating you is trying to teach you even basic skills, like kindergarten, teaching you English, but they can't even count through the ABCs. You're not going to learn how to read from that person. You're barely going to learn. You might learn some basic conversational skills, but you're not going to learn any necessary skills in order to go forward in your life. Imagine the person who's getting your medications ready for you, the person who's doing like the actual, good phrasing of this, person who's creating those medications, not knowing a thing about it. We could still be giving people cocaine as an anesthesia. And you think that we don't need an education. Yes, at one point there was somebody who before us did not have a degree. But there's a reason why that isn't around now, and it's to try to avoid the amount of countless deaths that have occurred because we didn't know any better. Now, does having an education, is that a fix-all? Does that make you necessarily mean that you're smart enough or that you know enough or any of that? No. It's no real end if you're going into any type of job to the amount of knowledge that you will need in order to do something. There's always something else that you will not know. And at one point or another, there have been some brave people who have gone through and paved the way for more things to be possible. When we go back a couple of years to the very first transgender surgery, that wasn't a thing beforehand. There was nothing really there to give you a good pave of what you're looking to try to do. You have to go off of what you know and try to create an entire practice. But you had to start somewhere, and those people didn't start with not knowing anything. They knew at least the general line of what they wanted to do. They had an education when it came to science, at least. They were doctors previously. They weren't going in completely blind. They just trying something different in order to help someone out. And it didn't always end well. We had a lot of people die in order to get there, but it was the start to many other people trying the same and making it better, cleaner, using the practices that they would find from other doctors to implement it in a better sense. And it doesn't really matter if it's a doctor, if it's a teacher, if it's an engineer. Everything had started messy at some point, and you need that to start. Actually, when you're creating something new, it's not going to be perfect the first time. You might even mess up so much that you have to lose the entire thing, and depending on the practice that you're doing, people might die, or technology might be lost, or you just might end up with nothing going wrong necessarily, but you don't know. And if you're going in completely blind, you're more likely to have the worst happen. At least need a baseline education in order to start this stuff. So, needless to say, that prompted a lot of negative conversation, and eventually I just walked off. Because it wasn't worth me getting pissy at him. I felt like he wasn't going to get it. They were trying to get it, explain it. But, a little while later, I hear another comment come out of this coworker's mouth. And immediately, I'm pissed off. Every female in the workforce there is pissed off, actually. But nobody says anything to him. We just go to the back room. Well, everyone except for one person who I don't even know if she was paying attention. Better phrasing. My other female coworkers and I just went to the back of the room to discuss this comment. And it was, somehow they went from talking about education just to driving. he was like, oh, I just don't feel like women should be driving at all. You know, I just don't trust women behind the wheel. I'm sorry? What makes you better than me? And, like, the guy he was talking to was like, I mean, there are times when my girlfriend makes some questionable decisions. It felt like he was trying to, like, kind of agree without actually saying the words. Like, I don't think he completely agreed with the statement. But I also think he was just like, I mean, maybe. I wish that the other dude had said, I can't say with 100% certainty what that guy was thinking. I wish he had said something more definitive, but he did kind of make his girlfriend look a little bit more like shit, whether that was intentional or not. But it sparked a little conversation in the background between us, and apparently this isn't the first time he's made some of those kind of comments where it's just like, we have a transgender male in our job force, and listen, I think I've talked about it before, and when I first met this guy, I didn't know what he identified as, and when I saw that his name on the computer system, I thought that he was identified as a she, and I didn't realize that he was transgender. So when I learned at one point or another that he was transgender, first off, I never actually called him by pronouns because I didn't know how he identified. I went with the name he preferred because that's how I was introduced to him, because I felt like that's the more safe bet. But once I found out that he did identify as a he, made it a point to remember that he is a he. It's the nice, it's the polite, it's the appropriate, and it is really the only thing that we should be doing is making sure that people feel like we don't judge them for something that is completely normal. And so, even though I don't get along with him personally, like, it's not the right thing. It's the right thing, doesn't matter. He's a nice guy. I just don't get along with him because we have conflicting views on how to do our job. That's it. We both work the same window, it's just different times, and he has to have other people help him to finish a bunch of his job, and so I get a little pissy. That's not because of anything else, that's about it. So, one way or the other, I guess that whenever around other people, and like, we don't talk about him a lot, he works in the morning, he's been known to say that the she, Stephanie, going out of his way basically to objectify this person, make him seem like his, and gender is irrelevant. He's made a couple inappropriate comments about sexuality, and he's made several apparently in front of one of my other coworkers who is gay. He made quite a couple comments about being gay and how he doesn't approve of it. And I was like, I don't, like, does he know that, like, I'm not straight either, man? Like, can we stop with that, please? Like, dude, obviously, I don't think he understands. There are not very many straight people that he's working with. What makes me the most bugged out is the fact that, like, in this job, most of the people that we're working with are female. I don't know why I said men. Like, let me think. We have 4, 5 men, I think. 6, Tristan, 7. Yeah, there's 7 men that work there. And everybody else is female. And the list, we have got a page and a half worth of coworkers. So, you're really not making yourself look good by sitting there and saying some bad shit about other people who happen to not, like, we're literally your coworkers, man. So I think I'm gonna invest in a recorder. Like, you can use your phone. And I might just use my phone. I've been known to film some things at work, so sometimes it looks really cool. And just try to catch some of this on, just the sound. I don't want to but not to post online. That's inappropriate. Just my big fear. Just so that I can, if need be, bring it to my boss. If it gets to a point where he crosses the line, you know, like, listen, man, this is what's been happening. Because right now, it's mild, and outside of what happened with Flynn, which I didn't hear him say directly, I got told about. I don't have a way of knowing how bad or where it's going. And I felt like I've spent a lot of time around him, which is what makes me the most upset. Like, I felt like I knew this guy. Like, he said he wanted to work in the mornings. I was a bit upset because he's a really good coworker. Outside of some questionable decisions he makes outside of work, which I've never... He tells us directly what he does outside of work. And I've never held that against him at work. I've been talked to the boss about it, and trust me, this is the kind of decision, some very questionable decisions. I didn't, like, so whatever happens with him, that's gonna happen with him. I'm not going to try and, mess up his life, because as a coworker, he's pretty nice, and I don't think that that's how I want to bring this down on myself. You know, I was trying to be, like, I guess maybe I'm being too polite about it, because once you start making comments like that, and I think part of it is because of his friend used to be working there, and his friend held a lot of the same views that now I'm finding out that he has. Because whenever he first started and his friend wasn't there, he never, ever used the N-word. He never said anything like that. And once his friend started going there, it was like a little light bulb clicked, and he just became a jackass. And I don't try to use a lot of cuss words very much. I know that I probably use them more often than not, but I'm on a stream. I guess it's because I'm thinking about things a little bit more, but I've been trying to censor myself more, because outside of this, I really don't use that very much, and it's not a good habit to get into, because I think that, honestly, when you start to use cuss words, you tend to undermine your overall message, and maybe even get a little behind, you know. It just makes you look more ignorant by doing so, but that's besides the point. Like, he's been the more now. I thought when his friend left, especially once we told him what happened, his friend left, I thought that would be the end of this person, but apparently it's not gone away. It's just kind of gotten worse. I don't know how to deal with him anymore. So I've kind of started to put in applications elsewhere. I've been putting in applications elsewhere anyways, to be honest, because I needed a second job. Trying to move in the next couple of months, and I got college. And I've got a lot of schooling going on. It costs a lot of money, and I just thought it would be maybe easier if I had a job that wasn't so, don't get me wrong, Wendy's pays quite a bit in comparison to some jobs. I was looking at some of the county jobs, the Erie County jobs. Some of them still pay like $12 an hour. Now, a lot of them pay well over 12, but you have to have a lot of experience for them, and or you have to have qualifications that I don't think I meet. You get up to like $18 for like a correctional officer, for that example, but I don't think that I have the qualifications for that, based off of what I read. But it's just not here nor there. I'm just putting in applications basically a little bit of anywhere and everywhere, trying to find a place that'll it'll either be close and pays well, or pays well enough that I don't have to work two jobs. But for the moment, I'm not getting like completely screwed over, but I'm wanting to make more. I never thought that there'd be a day that I worked at Wendy's and made over double what I made at my first job. Things have really changed in the past couple of years. My first job was at McDonald's and everything. McDonald's doesn't pay double of what it used to, but it pays quite a bit more than it used to also. So my hope is that nowadays, since there are so many, since fast food has raised its wages, maybe everything else will have. But I looked at like Giant Eagle, for example, and they're still starting at like 11. And that's a grocery store. I don't want to work in the grocery store. I want to work in the pharmacy. Like, I'm getting my pharmacy certification. I already have 3 years of pharmacy work under my belt. For the certification, the hardest part thus far has just been biology, because the last biology course I took was in 9th grade, and it was taught by a person named Mr. Foe, who would do things like say, this is a packet I got back when I was in college about the mitochondria. Then he put on a video about making bells. Talk about his wife. That class was so overrated, and it was kind of bizarre. I didn't like it at all. I'm not a fan. Mr. Foe, if you're out there, I really wish you would stop teaching. Or at least, like, not teach like that, man. Do you know how distracting it is to, like, watch a how it's made video? And why is it a how it's made video on how to make a bell when we're learning about mitochondria? You know what I'd rather learn about? Mitochondria. Like, I had never even, like, seen a mitochondria at that point. And I was sitting there like, yay, we have a video on how to make a bell, and I gotta figure out what the mitochondria is. What a great time. Also, I really like his name. I don't know, man. I haven't played this game since... Figure it out. I just kind of said 4. I have no idea how long it's been since I've played the game. I know it's been at least since high school. Which has been 4 years since I was in high school, to be fair. But I graduated in 2018, so... this game was released in 2017. There's a high chance that it was more like in college when I stopped playing. Though how far into college would be questionable, because I stopped playing when I haven't played when I moved up to here, and that was in 2020. So you look like Josh. Oh, you got more XP than I... Oh no, there's 2 of you, no wonder. Yeah, but you probably also do have more XP than I do. I'm not really here to, like, beat every boss. I'm more here just to enjoy the game and figure out where everything is in. I don't accept friends. Fun facts about how I play Roblox. I only accept friends requests from my friends and my family. And that's it. Nobody else matters. So I only have my brother, my sister, and our side accounts, basically. I deleted all of my friends off of there. Because my friend Megan doesn't play, so she never had an account first. Fair enough, you know. But the only other friends that I have had on there, just we don't talk to each other anymore. You know, we got older and we split our ways for whatever reason. One of the ones that we used to have on my friends list, it's actually he was actually transgender. Well, she, apologies. When we met her, she was identifying as a male. Remembered her name. We grew up a good portion of our lives from 7th grade on together. Well, my 7th grade. She was in my brother's grade. A couple years down. I didn't hang out with her as much as they did because she was like 30 years younger than me. That makes sense. It's a little weird to hang out with someone who's 3 years younger than me. Well, it's not at first, but once I hit high school and they were still in middle school, it felt a little bizarre. And they weren't interested in the same things that I was interested in. Not that I was interested in, like, I don't know, she was still playing with Barbie dolls, and I wasn't really playing with anything. I was in AP courses, advanced course or AP courses. I had orchestra, I had work, I had no life. I'd pull all-nighters sometimes to get some of the assignments done. Like, I just wasn't, I didn't have the time or the patience to sit there and play Barbies. So she just fell out. And my brother and her were still friends. They were friends for a long time, and we would invite her over for everything. Like, if we were going to do Secret Santa, we'd invite her because she was our neighbor. She was nice. Nobody hated her. No problems, right? Well, one day, she finally told everybody, "Look, I identify as a she." We were not shocked. It was really obvious that she was at least gay, like, basically since we met her. And she told us the name she preferred to go by. It was kind of funny because it was my mom's old nickname, but my mom hated being called that. It still hates being called that. So, it was an interesting choice. Well, it made sense, but an interesting choice on a harder, in a sense. But my brother, this is the first time he'd ever really interacted with somebody who's transgender. And I don't think that he really came to terms with it very quickly. Like, he struggled with the pronouns. He did try. It just wasn't fast enough, I guess. That was the phrasing. Because she said that she didn't want to talk with him anymore because he wasn't getting it very quickly. Like, we all saw him, and at first, it seemed like he wasn't trying at all, but the more that we spent time with both of them, the more obvious it would become that he would be like, she would catch himself, but he wasn't getting it quick enough for her taste, so she told him she didn't want to hang out with him anymore. And he didn't take it personally. He was just like, okay. And she blocked him on everything. And then she friended me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, that's the one. She friended me on Snapchat. It was a little bizarre, we never really talked, but she's on my Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat, so there's that. Don't know how to, I go on there once in a blue moon. I don't particularly get it. I'm one of those people who still uses Facebook. You can judge me all you'd like, but my purpose for social media was for family. And it's basically still my main purpose for social media. My family uses Facebook. So that's what I use. My cousin is the reason why I actually made a Snapchat and a Twitter and an Instagram. She was like, look, man, I don't use Facebook really. Like, I'm never on there. We need to talk more, so you should make a Snapchat and all of this stuff. It's like, okay, man. She lives in Florida. We don't really talk very much because of that. So I made it, but I don't use it a lot. I have it, and I kind of go through it, but I'm not following very many people. I don't have a big anything on there. I did follow Joe Biden on one of them, because he had maybe it was on TikTok, because he had a couple, I don't even know. TikTok is one of those ones I download and then I post, it's sporadic. I'll download it, I'll go through it, I'll put a bunch of stuff, and then I'll delete it again, because it drains my battery, and it's kind of frustrating because of it. Plus, eventually, I'm like, why am I still on this? It's 5 a.m. and I'm supposed to go to bed. I got shit to do. Oh, good news, kind of. Okay. So, I've been doing my pharmacy certification. We've been talking off and on about my pharmacy certification. Why? Because I worked really hard for it. And I had to do the biology section. As I said, hated it. Finally passed it. I've got an 80% on the final test. I'm okay with that. It's passing grade. That's what the point is. But, I was looking at, finally started the actual pharmacy section. This is the easy section for me. This is what I've been waiting for. I have so much experience with it that the hardest part is just some of the history portions, actually. Mainly because I don't go around looking up the history of when the smallpox vaccine was first administered, who did it, at what point was the very first pharmacist of sorts. I think that was a question. But what was the first person who was known by name as a pharmacist? And those are the kind of bizarre things that I don't tend to look at, you know? I'm looking at history, but I'm looking at war and religion and politics, not pharmacy and history. I don't know why, though. I went to take one test. I took like 3 tests today. I'm zooming through it a little bit. I just started in this section and I'm like, oh yeah, this is easy. Yeah. But one of the questions was like, who was the very first person to create penicillin? Something along those lines. And I was like, oh, that was Alexander Fleming. Why do I know that? I don't know. Maybe I memorized it from the videos. Maybe I didn't. Either way, it was like 10 seconds. Yep, that's the guy. But the softball, I had to take the big official test, the one that, like, because you have your sectional tests, and you have the bigger tests, you know, the ones that are like, yeah, remember this section that you just went over, the past 2-3 sections you just went over? We're going to take a big quiz on both. And, there's questions in there about who did, what, X and Y and Z, and I didn't even think I knew it, and I, like, looked at the answers and I was like, when I turned it in, and I was like, wow, I was completely certain that I was going to fail this quiz, and here I am, like, I know that guy's name. Why? I don't fucking know. I think it's partially because when when you spend time, alright, history is, like, pegged as one of those ones where you gotta memorize the dates and the names and yada yada yada, and it gets boring fast. I think what makes history easier isn't necessarily memorizing everything. Memorizing all that stuff is boring, and it's actually ridiculously hard and proves to be quite useless, because if your only goal is to memorize every single detail, chances are you're not really analyzing any of it, and I think that's what's really important about history. It's not necessarily knowing who did what or what war was done when. No. It's like being able to look at that and understand why it happened, who did what may influence why it happened, but what were their motives? Was there any underlying tension? You know, yeah, that history shouldn't just be the dates, but I think at some point or another, when you're doing this for long enough, you start to memorize all the dates and things like that, not because you actually went out there with the intention of memorizing it, because if it's that interesting to you, you will be telling it to other people. And as you continue to repeat it, you're more likely to actually memorize it. So maybe I was just really, really excited about some of the information that I learned, and I talked to it to my siblings or my self even. Sometimes I just talk to myself, and that's why I remembered it. I don't know, but it was enough that I actually knew it on the top of my head, and it's always a good sign. It means you're doing something right. I've been doing so much on my projects with everything else that I didn't even realize that I was memorizing anything when it came to the pharmacy and history and pharmacy. I didn't really expect for it to really be a factor. I've moved on from King Philip's War finally on my one part of the paper, and now I'm going into more in the taxation processes with the British and the colonists, and I personally think, it's a personal opinion, but during the Revolution, like before the Revolutionary War, I kind of think that the British were right to tax the colonists. So, it's interesting to look at what was really happening with the taxes, how it were collected, the fact that in some colonies they were using products like wheat and tobacco for their payment of the taxes. That would never fly here. Imagine going up to your local tax collector, the IRS, being like, oh, I just got this tobacco I was growing in my backyard, can I pay my taxes off of that? The $3,000 I owe you. It's nothing. It's just tobacco. How do you even itemize that? How do you decide what that'll be worth? And how do you make sure, you have to keep that stuff in good condition long enough to be able to sell it or anything? It just seems like a lot of hassle, and that's what I've been reading about. Plus, another weird fact, because there was so few minerals being mined up, the colonists were basically dependent on other currencies, whatever was circulated more than anything else. They weren't creating their own currency, better phrasing, or minting their own British pounds. And a lot of what they were getting was the Spanish pieces of 8, and that became our main form of currency even now. It's got a bit of a little historical trend there, that's where part of our currency is coming from Spain. But it's I didn't even know that. And I've lived in the United States forever, and if you live in the United States, you'll learn really quickly that the United States is obsessed with the United States. For some reason, we're just stuck on the idea of just teaching about ourselves. I think it's because, I don't know, I can't say that. I don't know if that's necessarily true of all countries. But I know that at least state-wise, when I moved from Florida to Pennsylvania, in Florida we got taught about the history of Florida, how Florida was developed, and who had control of it, how it eventually became a colony, what the initial goals was. We got taught, of course, about the Fountain of Youth and all of that. But when I moved to Pennsylvania, they wanted us to learn about the history of Pennsylvania. They wanted us to know about William Penn and who created it and yada yada yada. And I was like, well, it Ponce de Leon, you had William Penn, does it really matter? But it does to them. It matters so much that when I was at Edinburgh to get a degree in American history, they required that I take a course on Pennsylvania history. And I had to pass this course, or something equivalent to this course, in order to get a degree on American history. You do realize that Pennsylvania is not dictate America. It is a major part of American history, but one state does not make America. And they were like, well, you're going to be teaching in Pennsylvania, right? And I was like, no. First of all, it's almost impossible to get an entry-level job in Pennsylvania as a teacher, unless you want to be subbing for the rest of your life. And second of all, no, I have no interest in teaching in Pennsylvania. Actually, I've changed my major. Today, I officially changed my major. I've been working on it for forever. But it wasn't the computer. I had to get a hold of IT to figure out what I was doing wrong because it wasn't accepting it. But I'm a European history major now. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that hard because my bachelor is still in history. It's just a concentration change. I just felt like, for starters, American history, we fixate on American history. I've learned so much just about American history that it's repetitive and it gets kind of boring. And I can find more information on it, of course, find out more that we've done wrong, digging that up, but I'm really just wanting to learn something different. And I also think that for as much as it is important to know your own country's history, I think it's probably more important to understand what other countries' histories are, because if you just know one, you're not really getting the full scope of the deal. So 9 out of 10 times, especially in this current day and age, localization does not just affect one country, it affects the globe. And if we only concentrate on what is happening in one country, we'll miss the scope of what is going on. So, going back to think when it comes to religious trends, they usually start in one place, but they branch quickly. And we can't just look at, what's happening right here in the United States when it comes to religion, because we didn't get I don't think there's a single religion that has just directly come from the United States, as a single major religion that has come directly from the United States. We got our religions from outside. It came to us, and if we just look at what's happened within us. I think the City Upon a Hill, that document, it is so commonly chosen to look at when it comes to religion in the United States during when it was really the colonies were there, basically. It's that Puritan ideology wasn't as a result of the United States. That started elsewhere. The City Upon a Hill is just an example of the Puritan ideology enforced in a more major, direct way. I look at it and I'm like, I've heard this, I've seen this, I can find a billion more information on this and interpretations and yada yada yada, but I'm feeling as an interest in other information. I don't want to continue to be repeated the same thing. And I don't know, I guess I could have looked into it a little bit further, but I don't know. Most colleges that I've seen, at least, only really have two options, unless you just want to just get the bachelor's in history directly, and in that occasion, you might be limiting, history. Any actual category is ridiculously broad. A degree in biology is not fucking specific enough to help you with everything. So it's easy if you choose a concentration, but I don't think that they had a very broad spectrum of concentrations. Not that I guess I could have looked into reading my own degree. Things I've never really thought of up until this point. Well, I did just change to European history. I don't really want to continuously change my degree. Once I want to actually finish my degree, we'll deal with anything else later, essentially. That's where I'm at. But as of right now, I'm a European bachelor's in history with a concentration in European history. Hopefully going to get a degree within the next couple of years, other than the one in pharmacy certification, which I'm over halfway through, and everybody else is at 40% through, according to... Oh, hi. Hi. How'd you do that? I think you're better off resetting, lady, but you're not responding, so I'm just gonna let you, yeah. Alright. Oh, hi, Mr. Iguana. What else do I got to go off of? Alright. Oh shit, I got stuck. Aye! Oh god damn it. I thought I was gonna die for 10 seconds. Okay. Not as screwed as I thought I was. What is this death you speak of? I can't. Okay. Trying to think of anything interesting. Okay. I think I might have to really think about where I want to do within the next couple of years. You know, I know generally speaking what I want to do. I have a general thought process on what I want to do and how I want to achieve it, but it feels like it's taking longer than it should, if that makes sense. Like, everybody who I graduated with at this point has graduated college if they went to college, basically. And I am still pretty behind. Now, I know I started behind. I started about a half a semester behind. And I've changed schools 3 times. Admittedly, the first time was just because it didn't actually have my major. It was just to get some of the primary, smaller courses out of the way. But if I go back to CCAC, I could potentially get my associate's degree. I was like a handful of credits away from it. And Edinburgh offered a program where you could get your associate's degree through them if you had enough credits, but I didn't. I didn't qualify. Like, you had to have enough credits through them and through the school, like through your school of choice. And I didn't qualify because I didn't have enough for both. I tried like 30 times. I was very determined. I was like, I know I did a lot, so you know, you should hook me up, man. I was basically one course away from being able to complete it. Come on. But they didn't bite. They didn't care. If I was to do that, I would probably go back and like talk to a counselor in advance, see what I'd have to do, what I could even get an associate's degree in, really, with it. And we'll go from there, because what else are we supposed to do with this? If I could at least I feel like if I at least had gotten my associate's degree, I wouldn't feel as useless now. Because I've got like 4 years of education, and I don't have any degree. Admittedly, it's been all over the place, but 4 years. 4 years. It's a lot of time. That's a lot of time to not have a bachelor's degree. That's a lot of time to be this far behind. It's not going to get magically better. I'm actually probably going to continue to be at a slower pace than most people because I'm going through SNHU, and SNHU is you do 2 courses. That's your full-time option. But you basically only get a week between semesters. That's your trade-off. You're doing I did increase my courses to 2 to help expedite the process a bit more. I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if I wasn't also doing the pharmacy certification, but I need a job that'll pay me better while I'm working at this. Help me get a job to help me get a job to help me get a job, man. This is so freaking stupid. I judge myself a little bit on this part, but I know that if all else fails, I can get a job at my old workplace out in Murraysville when I come back down to Pittsburgh, and I can work with my favorite boss. I can go back to a job that I didn't hate with people that I got along with, some of which have already left. Shit. It wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be the same. I feel like a part of me is just not... like a part of me feels a little more liberated and a little bit more like more alive than I used to be. Like I was very depressed when I started that job because of COVID hit and it wrecked a bit of hope. While I was working on that job, I lost 3 people in my life, and my mom went back to my mom, my dad, my stepdad, my second stepdad went back to drinking during COVID. They smoking, came in prison. They started having parties. Some days they couldn't get anything done because there'd be music and shit. People were over like 1 in the morning. My brother was in high school still, and he was getting yelled at because he couldn't get his grades up. But then they would do things like that, and he couldn't sleep, and it would be on a school day in high school. So it's like, dude, this job was with me through it all. I really miss the people that I used to work with there. I'm worried that because I've changed so much that maybe I just won't be maybe I'll just be like walking in thinking it'll be like the last time, and reality is that I am not the same person that I was the last time, and I don't know if they're or I am capable of being that person anymore. I want to, but I also don't want to. And then when I was there, I was like felt like I was a damsel in distress, and everybody was there just to. I was there, and they just made me feel heard, comforted me through some of the times. Whereas now, I think a lot of my problems are more internal than external, thankfully. But I also don't want to go and get a therapist or anything like that because first of all, I can't afford it. Second of all, there are no health cares that cover it anymore, really. I definitely can't afford that. If that wasn't the problem, it would be just the time. Just going out to go there, I'm spending my money to go there while I'm also not making any money because I'm there. I can't even go to work because I'll be there. And every therapist I've ever had has never helped me. The one actually made me suicidal. She would tell me things like I'm just wrong. Things like I don't have the greatest imagination. It's like I can draw things, but I can't picture anything. Like when I read a book, I'm really just reading the words. I don't see an image. I don't imagine what's there. I just enjoy the book. And when I have a dream, it's hard to describe because I have the words to tell me what I'm seeing, but I don't actually see anything. And she would say, no, that's not possible. No, you need to close your eyes and tell me what your family was like. What was your old house like? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. I can give you a generalized description of it, but there is no image in my head to reference it. She just made me feel stupid. And I was like, I've never been able to picture things ever, really. I remember being in elementary school and my teachers being like, alright, close your eyes and picture your house. And I was like, close my eyes and see a black screen. Thanks. Sometimes with red hues, depending on how bright the sun was or where I was pointed, you know. I was like, thanks, man. I totally... It didn't matter. But, no, I don't really see the point in spending my money to go and potentially end up feeling even worse than I do now. But it's like, I know that part of the problem is just like the time of the month, and it's not always just that. Sometimes it's just like something someone said or something that I thought or something maybe I said. Sometimes I say things that I don't feel like I should have said, and then I get upset with myself. I can still think of times that I made a comment that I shouldn't have, that I judge myself for quite harshly, and I don't appreciate. I wish I wasn't. I wish I hadn't done it. Not that thinking about something you said or done and fixes the problem, but I think about it anyways. I think about everything that I should have said. I think about everything that I shouldn't have said. I don't know if a person even knows that I think about them. You know, some of them don't even exist anymore. I think that's part of the other thing is that, like, anytime, it doesn't matter how bad sometimes the emotion gets or where my mental state is, like, my previous reasonings for not allowing myself to have those thoughts have kind of dissipated. Everybody that I know is that I used to be worried about is grown up. They don't really need me. I don't really have that many friends. Like one friend. I have cats, but I really didn't want any pets. I got Max, and now I feel like Max doesn't even like me. But I think it's also just because Max gets emotional sometimes too. Whoa, I might die. Okay, give me a second. I might die. Hang on a second. Why is it easier to just want to go away than it is to just actually do anything that might help yourself out? Why is that how this works? Everyone that I really like, a handful of people I feel like could really care, like, so to speak. I don't really feel like they're in my life anymore as much. And I know that that's not true. But I feel like it's getting more true every time I get older. I'm watching people get cut out of my life. shit. Get off me. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't think that I want to be on that category of conversation. You know. I get really depressed during this time. Honestly, not. It's the time of year. As we get into winter, it just starts to get worse, to be honest. But I know why. I tell myself that everything's fine. I tell myself that it doesn't really matter if there's a doctor or not involved. Because what are they going to do for me, honestly, at the end of the day? They're not really going to be doing very much that I don't already do. Like, they know about as much as I know, sometimes less. It doesn't matter. But, I don't know. I know what I should do. I know how to do it. I just don't think I'm ever going to do it. I think that one of these days, either I'll find something or someone or some reason, even just to try harder, or stop trying in general. Right now feel like I'm just feeling depressed and letting myself just feel depressed without really considering what that means for me, or for that matter anybody else really. And I tried to put in a bit of effort to make lives easier. Like, my friend was up in Pittsburgh for a week, or just over a week. I tried to make an effort to be emotionally present for her. And I wasn't completely. But I tried. I don't think that you have to be perfect in order to do it. At least right now, I can say that I'm self-aware enough that I don't haven't completely given up on myself, you know. Um, it's not perfect, and it's not what I necessarily wanted. I want to be I just want to be I want to be able to I'm sorry, I got stuck. I was trying to get out of that menu. Yes, I just want to stop feeling like I'm drowning every time that something goes wrong. There's like someone on Facebook who's like, oh, you know, we only need like these three things in life, and I was like, I really beg to do. They're like family, God, and like happiness, or is there some other? Like, honestly, I really beg to differ. I really need is to not feel like to be financially stable, to be able to afford to go to the doctors, and to be emotionally stable. Basically, what I need in my life is a bit more stability, so to speak. And I know that there is like a way to be better than what I am. Plenty of people out there right now who are better than what I am. A lot of the people in my grade now are having children, getting married. Who were in my grade, they're not in school anymore for the most part too. Well, I don't even know where I fall into that category anymore. But I don't have that going for me. I don't really want children. I've heard that they can really change your life for the better. To die. But I don't want to put someone else into this world knowing that they could end up like me, knowing that they have the potential to face a lot worse than what I have, and probably will, because that's basic things don't just magically get better. Knowing that I don't even think that I'm stable, what would I be doing to some other person? My mom didn't have me when she was stable, and eventually she gave up on me, and she came back around, but she didn't really want me. I'm in a really negative thought process right now. It's been 2 hours. I think a part of it is the timing. I think a part of it is the time across the board. It's not just the time of day, the time of year, time of the month, across the board, timing. The part of it is just that my brain is so freaking shit that I can't seem to get past it. I think we should either try to think of something more positive or cut it before I just get really, really, really depressed. So I'm already in a bad place. Why make it worse? Something positive, something positive, something positive. Well, I've gained 2 levels in 2 hours. That's about a level an hour, everybody. Look at that. So good. So good. Felt so accomplishing. Still better than Genshin Impact on that. Genshin Impact is so frustrating. Yeah. Low-key. I know a lot of people like that game, and I get it. It's pretty interesting. I didn't like it because of one reason. I sat there playing it for like 4 to 5 hours, and I barely went up any levels, and I was like, God, I feel like I've been here for forever. But the experience does not dictate that. My friend Megan was like, no, I think it's just because it's not finished, and I was like, I get that, but like, dude, I don't feel like I'm like worth doing any of this anymore. She's very upset with me. I didn't end up playing again. Like, I played it once. It took so much space on my computer. It's like, to be taking up so much space and be giving me so little back. Like, I just can't justify it, man. I deleted it that day. Spent forever waiting for it to download, only just to delete it the same day. Sometimes it happens, man. I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I think I need to delete something before I play on that other game that I found, the one that, it was on, what is it, Epic Games, that one. It looks like it's gonna be pretty big. Looks like another RPG kind of game. But I don't know how big it is. I mean, those type of games, to be fair, like, I don't think they're designed to be beaten. Shit, this thing again. I need to stop pressing that button. Stop pressing the button! If I remember right, we didn't even try to kill these guys. What we did was we sped through this. You use like breeze, and you can breeze right through. Shit! I don't have any health, man. Can you breeze away from me? We're just gonna go with it until I die, and then we'll probably quit there. It's okay. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. I don't even think this is the right way. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Come on, leave me alone. Stop it. Let's just switch to these. Oh, this might be the right way. God dang it. See, I remember when the mazes were really complex in all of them. I'm just following a path in this one. Whoa, that just totally moves. I would explore, but I'm barely alive right now. Yeah, that's not. They made the mazes way easier. Like the mazes used to be like actual mazes, not like follow the path and you'll get to the door, man. But it looks like a maze. Oh, it used to be real mazes, I swear. Maybe it was just in the first game. I can still remember how to make it to the boss in the first game all these years later. When did that game get released? If this one was released in 2017, like, damn. Alrighty, I think I can take you with this many people now. Oh, gold. Oh, that's a boss. Oh, that's a boss. I'm going, man. All of the people who were sitting there and hacking the game just so that they can mass attack in one go. Yeah, we did that. Put it on your sword. Aura! Alright! It's a nice thing to have. Shit, come on. Can you guys not do that to me? Dude, no. No, 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 no. Come here. Come here to the mass attackers. Thanks, man. Thank you for letting me use your head. Oh, it's so strong! What level are you? 43. Dude, you're level 43, man. I'm a level 78. 80. I'm a level 80. 134. Bom, bom, bom. My sister's like over 100. I know that much. Why did I do that? I always press the wrong button. Wait! I have thing. I have thing. Sours. Except I'm being super excited for potential trade. It's like, I got it. Let me be you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Level 63. But level 65. Ah, well, it's not for level 63. You lied. I'm gonna be so upset if I find out that they're attacking the boss right now. I just realized that the boss could be spawned in right now and I'm sitting here attacking this thing for the life of me. Cool, we did it. Oh shit, I told you. Did I even get anything from the boss? I didn't even get anything from the boss. All of that work for nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Come here. See. Wait. Well, just give it to him. Okay. think I might be the best attacker on this little group here. Shit. Oh, someone's out there doing 4,000. They're above me. I don't know who you are, but... Oh, 8,000? Yeah, there's definitely a couple players here that are way better than I am. Got him. Yeah, that did like nothing for me. Ooh, it's been 2 hours. Alright, I think this is a good place to end it. We'll go back to where we started. The rock. Alright, on that note, it's 3:17 a.m. We've trained for 2 hours. We're semi-late, getting closer to the right times. The drop frame rates have improved quite a lot. Moved the place to plug in from where it's supposed to be. I had to change the place setup of a couple things down with my computer because some of the stuff just wasn't staying plugged in, which is part of the reason why, even though I should have, like, I was having a direct connection, it just wasn't as strong as it should be because it's literally falling out. And the cats went after it, and it's like, thanks! Let's make a bad thing worse. Alright, but it's fixed-ish. And, it's been alright. I'm a little bit tired. A couple of times that I gotta get done. Mildly better than it was a couple days ago, a couple of hours ago. Going to bed. Hopefully help my mood. Luckily, the time of the month is generally shorter than most people's. So that's good news. And excuse me. That is my bird. I know. Sounds like I'm dying. I'm not. Been that way for years. Don't know why. Just sounds awful. Scares the heck out of some people. Fine. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow. No, tomorrow. So tomorrow I have work until 12. So if I'm a little late, it's because I'm coming back from work. Depends on who is there. Sometimes we don't get out until like 12:30, but as close as we can at the right times. Same for Saturday. Actually, I work until 12. Well, I work until 10. I might actually be able to leave that time. My one coworker was like, about it. Usually I stay till 12 anyways because they end up asking me to. But I might actually leave on time. That wouldn't be too bad, although I already lost hours this week. Wouldn't be too bad. I kind of don't feel that motivated to hang out with people at work in general. Come here, Mr. Eyeball. Dude, what are we doing? What are we even doing, man? Can't even kill a single mob here. What level are you? What level are you? Oh. Oh. Honestly, like, I just spent like 2 hours and the other floors, and I leveled them a lot quicker than I did here, so, yeah. I recommend it, man. I recommend it. I also recommend not using your aura right now unless you're a level higher than I am, because it's nice. It makes it easier to battle the eyes. A batting eye. Oh, that's clever. Alright. I don't actually remember it yet. How I feel like, if I remember right, if you get in the lobby, you die. But I don't remember how, where the boss is. I know that my sister and I went to this. You have to kill the boss in order to get to the next floor. It's a requirement. Alright, man. Okay. You know what, I'm not gonna argue with that logic. You wanna jump into the frickin' lava, you can jump into the lava. Death is inevitable. And, that's one way to test your luck. Okay. This looks like it would potentially lead to a dungeon. And that looks like it could potentially lead to something cool, too. But we're gonna go this way first. Alright. Oh, I think we went this way before. I think this is the way that we went initially. And I don't think it actually leads anywhere. Unless I just didn't explore very aptly, which is possible. Oh, I can't jump up? Okay. I guess we're dealing with you. You know what? We don't have to find the boss room on this one. It's okay. But I really do want to find the boss room on this one. I want to go through and find a boss room on every one of these. But I know I'm not going to find a boss room on the last one, because I have no clue where to even start. Unless it's I'm thinking of, and that's why I can find it. But no, I doubt that. Oh, there's a bridge. Skin is so itchy right now. I don't know why. Like, I've itched a couple scratches. I've itched like a bit. My back's been itchy. My neck's itchy. I looked when I was trying to take a shower, trying to find if there's like anything on my back. There's nothing, just the scratch marks, which I guess is a good thing because usually it means A, that I'm not scratching hard enough to make actually like scarring, because I've been known to do that. Don't judge. But it also means that there's also nothing directly there. I mean, I have eczema. It's potential that it is eczema, and I just can't really tell because the shower and mirror gets fogged up. It's probably eczema. But it's a weird location for that. Usually, eczema is pretty localized to my hands. Sometimes it's like my arms. That's pretty rare. It could be an allergic reaction to something, but I've had allergic reactions to some stuff, and usually it's like obvious, a little bit more. Like my neck turned green the one time, and it was because I had a necklace, and the paint that was on it started to disappear. So it revealed the actual metal of the necklace. I have no idea what that metal was. It was a pretty cheap necklace, but I apparently was allergic to it. Good news, all it caused was a little bit of green. And news that I couldn't wear that necklace, and it was one of those necklaces that I really liked and I wore every day. Doctor was pretty up on it. He's like, dude, it's your necklace. He's like, it's literally your necklace. How did you not catch this? And I was like, well, when you just suddenly turn green and you've been wearing a necklace for over almost a year now, it's not exactly the first thing that I would have thought of as being the cause of it. But, you know, what do I know? I'm no doctor. I just work here. I don't even just work here. Whoa. I know. Okay. Well, I don't know where the boss is on this one. I have, like, no clue, evidently. I went around, I've searched, hey, there's a little, like, I don't think that's where the boss is, but, you know, let's go to it. I feel like if at this point I can't find the boss, I'm not going to find the boss. And I'm trying to find, like, lava jumps or something. I think you had to go through some lava jumps. But I'm finding, like, everything except what I think I'm supposed to find. And I don't even know if I'm thinking of the right place. My sister brought me through it. It's nowhere over here. I love how you can actually climb up there. Oh, damn. You know what? I'm just gonna give up. It's okay. Bosses are for schmucks anyways. We'll just jump into the lava. In case you were wondering what happens when you jump into the lava. And we'll call it done. Good night, everybody.